Boom, boom. This is Ken Brody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, got a little bit of Solian Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So that we got a few things going on. So let's go ahead and first let's talk about the new weapon. We got double wing purple light wing. Okay, that's a little bit different. But what I like about this particular event is the fact that this extended bone chest event right here will yield you some Terror Claw shards. You can get 10, 10, 15, and then only two. You know, it takes. They're only giving you 5, and it takes 20. This is an extended bone set. There's 2 now. There's the double claw Terror Claw that we just saw, and then this is the new one, the twin winged purple light wing left. it's a little too many wings in there, I guess. But anyway, this is the new extended bone set. So it's only giving us 5, so I'm really not exactly sure what the deal is with that. Simply because of the fact that 5 is not useful for doing anything. I mean, it takes 25 to make one, so it's not like, I mean, the way they've got it highlighted, it seems to me that it's probably an SP extended bow. Okay, remember they only have, you've got the Sea God wing set, and then you've got, which is the SS plus, and then you've got the triple S, which is the Terror Claw. Now this is going to be the SP version. It seems they only have one extended bone version set out, unlike some of the others. You know, they have the different colors, and they're, it changes its ability based on, if you're an attack, aggressive, it gives you these stats. If you're a defense, like a tank, it gives you these, and if you're a support, heal or whatnot, it gives you these. So it gives you, your skills based on the type of character that you put it on, so it's usable on any character. So this is, I assume, the SP version, even though it doesn't say it's an SP. Just like the Terror Claw doesn't say it's an SP, or the Terror Claw is actually, I consider triple S because it's got the look of a triple S. So I assume this is going to be the SP version. Okay, so this is the new set. I went ahead and got it. I mean, I had like 300, so I had 400 actually. I had to purchase one. Actually ended up having 36. I ended up having to purchase one extra set to get to 40. I decided to go ahead and get it, simply because of the fact that they're probably going to come out with an event here, and they'll probably give us another 20 or something, and then you need this 5 to make the actual set. That's what I'm thinking is probably going to happen. So I went ahead and got it just to be on the safe side. Okay. And then you can get the rest of them inside of here for your 20. So you need it if you want to complete the set. Okay, this will allow you to make one. No, it will not allow you to make both of them, but it will allow you to make one of them. You just have to do the best that you can. You'll be able to get 10 inside of here. 10 here, 10 here, for a total of 20. But it's only going to give you 10 of that, and then 10 of the right. So this is the right, and this is the left. Okay, so they're giving you specific. This is not a. This is one of the things I don't like about it. Is the fact that it's not a choice chest. It's not a choice. It's just what you get. Okay, so you're still not going to be able to make a set, unless of course you're wanting to. Oh, actually, I don't. It doesn't even look like you could actually either purchase. There's generally a way to purchase some, but it doesn't seem like. Yeah, here it is, right here. If you want to make a set, you have to purchase some of this in the extended bone pack thing to make a set. So they're probably going to do the same thing that they did with the SP bone set, soul bone set, where you just took a while. Now it's a little bit more common, so you can get you can get them in certain events and whatnot. So that's what I'm thinking. This is the SP version, extended bone. Okay, so it's pretty cool. It's another thing for BP, so it's something that you want to look for. But again, it's something that you're not going to be able to cultivate at this particular time. It's going to take a while until it's something that's more common, to where you can start getting shards for it. Other than that, there's really not much going on in terms of other events. They do have the standard events that are up for the weekend, the active wheel, the Super Monday, and of course we do have the Palace Treasure Hunt going on. So you definitely want to participate in this because of the fact that it's a good way to get some of the rare, super rare soul bones. I'm sorry, martial souls. This is the way to get them. I already passed through the first one, and I managed to get 40 for the actual. Got 44. I think it was it the Abyss Ice Dragon? Yeah, I got 40 on my first step through that. I got 40 more shards for the Ice Dragon. This is really, I've seen, the only way to consistently get some of these super martial souls, as they're called. So take it with what it is, but you definitely got to do it, and they don't give it to you every time. You have to go through the, like, I think it's like 16. I'll think 15 actually. I think you got to go 15, then 30. So you have to go, but in the process of getting there, you do get rewards. You know, you do get shards for sometimes for these nice ones, the top grades, okay, and for the high grades. So you do. It's not a waste to do, you know, and you get most of the actual events. The rewards are just, if you do your dailies, you pretty much clear everything that you need. So it's just a matter of going in and claiming all the rewards and then stepping through. Okay, it's a pretty good event. You know, it's, you know, you're gonna have to pay to completely clear it, but you can at least get 40 or 80 of these super martial souls, and it's really one of the easiest. It's really the only stable way to get them. They do actually have them inside of the actual chests that they do have out occasionally for this, for the randoms. I have seen them pop up, so that, but it's very, very rare. You know, so it's best to just get them through this event, and that way you can have it. You know, they don't have the event very often, and it's only going to be 40, but it is 40. It takes 80, so you know, if you can do the first two sets, you should be able to be enough to upgrade one of them, because it gives you a choice between mine was between two of them. Okay. Unfortunately, one of the ones that you need is not in there. It's actually inside of the actual exchange. Inside of here is sometimes where they stick this stuff. So keep an eye out, okay? Because they have a really good set inside of here. You can get the sea lance, sea dragon, and then the actual seahorse is right here. So look inside of the things and look for them, because they will have events where you're able to get that shards to make the third set. And the set I'm talking about, it's a really good set, but you know, because it's the super martial souls, it's something that's exceedingly difficult to make. But you can, you know, do it. So if you go into the martial soul here, go into the log. Okay, it's the Abyssal Ice Dragon and the Kieran, but this three-eyed golden lion, I have not managed to get any shards for the three-eyed golden lion yet. Same with this. Unknowingly Cold, no contest. Have not been able to get any stars. Whenever they give you the chest, you have a choice between these two. Okay, the choice I had this when I cleared it, this was between the Ice Dragon and the Kieran. I chose the Abyss Ice Demon. I chose this one. Okay, but I could have chose this one, but this one was not in there. It's only a 2 selection chest. So there's obviously going to be an event or somewhere in this will pop up. So keep an eye out for it. So you're looking for a three-eyed golden dragon, and you're looking for a sparse star Mingyu. So if you do see those pop, my assumption is that those two are at the end. My assumption is you probably have to hit all 45 or something like that, 50 to get to the end to actually get those two. You have to pay to do that. You will not be given enough free steps to get that. So that's my assumption, is that they are at the end. Okay, so you're going to have to pay to get them. However, look at the events. Look at the Soul Forges. That Dulu Continent event that they have a while back. I spent a lot of souls, or I spent a lot of soul rings on that, 100k soul rings. But you know, look inside of those events. So you just want to keep an eye out for them. That probably got them somewhere else so that you can make the sets to complete them. Um, just the same way that they've got that set inside of the battle pass. Okay, that's the only place you can get that's the only place that you can get those is I think I've only seen those uh, shards inside of here. It's this one right here, the seahorse. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen the sea lance and the sea dragon uh, in draws when when you draw on the orbs, but I've never seen the seahorse. The only way I think to get the seahorse is inside of here. Okay, which is good because really, to be honest, they're not. They're not, as you can see, they are not expanding the chests inside of here. Okay, we still have not got anything in the triple S. Okay, so this is what you should, be spending it on. That's what I'm going to be spending it on. It's actually a pretty good set if you take a look at it. You get attack 20 just by activating it. Evasion level goes up by 60. Defense plus 20%. Team block by 60. Team hit point by 26. Get the 5-star effect. You get a team damage of 20%. So you're looking at about a 40% increase on your damage there, from the attack at the beginning. So that's not bad. It's a pretty good set, and since you can only get it from here, what I like about it is the fact that it's consistent. You can get it. You know where to get it. It's there. It's been there for a while, so it's not going to be going anywhere, I don't think. So it's a good way to, bank on a set, and it's a pretty good set. So you definitely might want to look in here. I'm saving up some of the shards. I think I have enough now to actually take it up a couple stars, but I was just waiting at this particular moment. I was waiting to see if they were going to change it when the SSPs come out, and they might change it, change the battle pass to something. So I was just wanting to wait before they make this big change for the SSPs. I wanted to see a little bit about what they're possibly going to do in terms of rewards. So you might want to be a little hesitant if you're going like I am for free to play. That's why I'm sort of banking on diamonds and stuff too. It's because they might start giving us some really good rewards. They'll obviously probably have a big SSP event when they introduce the first character. Plus, we're coming up on the Lunar New Year here, so that's going to be there's going to be an event for that as well. And they gave pretty good rewards on that. So I'm being a little hesitant. Basically just focus. As you can see, I'm a big jump. I'm at 354 now. BB Dong's coming along nicely. I made little adjustments for her. As you can see, I've got her at 4. This has increased my damage immensely. I would say probably about 25 to 30% damage increase just putting her in and taking out Ma. So that's amazing. Basically what I've done is I just put a basic set, extended bone set. I had a full set on Ma, but it wasn't the good set. So what I did was I just basically took this off of Mom, put it on her to give me a little bit more BP. And I've got a new triple S set for the extended bone. This is the second set. The first set is on Tang San. So I'm in the process. I just moved it over here and I'm building it. I'm just building it while it's on Ma. Takes a little while. This is only the second set that I've made for this. They don't give you enough shards to really focus on doing it intensely. So I've got the first main set. Right here on Tag San, as you can see. Okay, got that at full 5 stars. So I haven't had, so that's what I'm doing at this particular point. Once I get everything all set and put on good, and I've got BB Dong maxed out in terms of her armor and everything, I'm going to roll an SP set on her and put this S on here, and she'll rotate her up to the main damage because she is a primary damage. Primary damage will be her, secondary will be Wu, third will be Tang San, fourth will be Hugh. And then Hugh, of course, will most likely be replaced by whatever first SP character I pick up. That's the general consensus that I'm thinking of. But we'll have to see. I think the first SP we're going to see is Yin. So that's going to be a healer. That's not really going to be useful in my particular setup. But we'll get an attacker sooner or later. And it should be a pretty good one. one that we could definitely put on there in terms of that. So that's what we're going on at this particular point. Like I say, focus on the double wing purple light, which is our first SP extended bone set, and it will be our only extended bone set if they hold the current status, which is SS plus was the Sea God set, triple S was the Terror Claw. So I'm assuming this double wing will be the SP version, and we should not get anything. They'll probably come out with an SSP Soul Bone extended bone, but that will be in the future. I mean, they're just now coming out with this, and we're already at the end of the SS of the SP characters. So I don't expect to see an SSP version until they end the SSP characters. So we'll have to see what goes on in that particular point. So right now we're just playing, playing the waiting game. I'm going to continue working on BB Dong. For those of you who did get BB Dong, you should. She is right now the most powerful character in global, not of course in everything, because the China servers, they're in the SSPs and whatnot, so they're going to have more powerful characters. But in terms of global, she's supposed to be the most powerful. Second is supposed to be the SP Wu. Okay, that's what it seems to be holding the truth to that. I noticed a massive jump in my damage when I put BB Dong in there, and like I say, she's not even my strongest yet. She will be once I start putting an SP set on her, put that Terror Claw set on her. She will easily be the strongest. So I'm just basically going to put the best stuff on her. Okay, I haven't done it right yet because I'm just in the process of building her. So I want to make sure she's maxed out with her armor set and stuff before I start rolling everything around and make a change. And then I'll start making the additions and see what everything's going to do. But for right now, yeah, I'm getting jumps in BPs as I'm building her up all the way up to 354. Everything's going good. The sect, like I said, we're the biggest sect on the server now, the Divine Flame. So we pretty much got a lock on mostly everything, especially in the forest here. As you can see, Divine Flame, own. I'm right here. So yeah, as you can see, we're pretty much dominating everything in terms of this server. And like I said, that's not surprising. I think we also won the actual. I think we also won the speed run, I believe, too. Yeah, Divine Flame. Yeah, we won that as well. So that's 3,500. That's why I say you should get inside of a. Definitely get inside of a sect, simply because of the fact that, like, I get this 3,500. You don't even need to participate in it. You just need to be in the sect. Okay. All of the sect, and you will get this when the rewards set out. Okay, so it's 3,500, and that's guaranteed. And this is weekly. Plus you get a mortal herb. This is it's only SS plus. I think it would be nice. This is what I like about it, though. You do get the key. You do get when you do an immortal herb chest, you can get some of the good stuff inside of there. Not all the time, and it's very rare. But I consistently get oranges and reds in just about every draw. It's only 1 or 2 shards, but I did see a super pop up in there. I was really surprised, actually. I've only seen it twice. It was only 1 shard, but I did see it pop up in there. So there is some stuff that's in there that you might want to consider. But they don't give out a lot of keys for it. So the easiest way to get the keys is, you can get it from the sect thing. Everything else seems to be moving pretty good. Like I say, we're going to wait for the lunar. Lunar should be coming up pretty soon here. And they generally have an event. The last 2 times they've had an event, so I assume they're going to have an event for it this year. It's usually an 8 or 9 day event. And they'll have a festival up. And they make changes when they do it. They usually have a pretty good reward structure that's built into it. Has been for the last couple times, so I'm hoping for that. We should be coming up with a Soul Forge event here probably within the next week or 2. So that's going to be looking for that as well, because I'm hoping BB Dong will be in there, because that'll be a way to get me a bunch of shards for her so I can start building up her, but bring her up into God 1, God 2, God 3, God 4, max her out in terms of that. And that's going to be the easiest way to do it, is through that chest. I'm also hoping that they have that Dulu Continent event up as well too, because I need to get some more soul rings. Running a little bit low on soul rings. maxing out it, the maxing out for the soul rings is an exceedingly tedious uh, process. Um, Basically, as you're fusing them, I mean, the first fuse is one, then the second fuse is two, third is like three, four, five. So you're putting like five soul rings, 5 or 6 soul rings in there for to get that 6 to 6. So you're using a lot of soul rings. I mean, a lot of soul rings to max out because I maxed out a couple skills for BB Dog. As I said, she was going to be my primary function, and so I've been focusing on her skills. So we've got this one maxed out, this one maxed out, and I maxed out was starting to max out this one when I ran out of soul bows for this one. I like this one because of the fact um, that this skill increases the area damage, but also by that increases area damage by 20. Teammates share this effect, increasing area damage by 10. So it's possible that you can get a little bit more damage out of your characters. So that's anything that benefits that. So I went ahead and decided to work on that, as you can see. But I've already got these maxed out. But yeah, it takes a lot of these soul rings to max these out. So keep that in mind, that it's not going to be just like 6 soul rings to make a 6. No, it's not like that. It's I guess what you would call exponential. It's 100% increase. So keep that in mind, that you're going to need a lot. You do get a lot. I think it's a 50 pack that you get when you purchase the soul rings inside of the Dulu Continent event that they had up there a while back. I think it was a 50 pack, I believe. It's random. I mean, you get it, and you open it up and it gives you a bunch of them. But that's one way to get a large set. The only other way to get them, of course, is in the Royal Hunting Ground, but you need a powerful team. I haven't had a chance to refocus my team and see how far I can get inside of that. I've saved up a bunch of tokens so that I'm hoping that when I get to the top 1 or 2 levels up there at the end, I can probably get a fairly decent percentage drop. But that's really only the consistent way to get it. Hopefully, is through that event. So I'm hoping that they'll start sticking them out in other events, and we'll start to see packages of them inside of the Soul Forge. That would be my assumption, that you'll probably see it that way. But they are starting to become something that you can get your hands on, which is good, because if you're not a high level, you can't really go far inside of the Royal Hunting Ground. It's a pretty tough event with all the buffs that you have to put on yourself and the buffs that you put on the enemy team. So it can make it pretty difficult to advance far inside of the not the 2 base ones. No, yeah, only the third ground is where it's difficult. If the first 2 are pretty much easy, you can clear those out. You should be able to clear those out probably. Probably with you could probably clear those out with just a few SSs, triple S's on your team. You probably don't even need a full triple S team to clear it. But you're not going to get very far inside of the main hunting ground unless you have SP characters, and I mean all SP characters. And they need to do damage as well too, because that's what you need. Because you have to get so many points to advance to the next boss, and you have to get, which means you have to apply sacrifice buffs and all kinds of buffs that buff up that enemy team, making it super powerful, making it difficult to put down. It has immunity certain times. It can be really difficult to get high up in that unless you have a powerful team. So I'm hoping now that I've got BB Dong, that'll be something that's a little bit more easy to do. I did manage to finally finish out the pagoda. Sorry, wrong, not the pagoda. The platform. As you can see, I cleared 28 and 27. So it's nice. Got all the chests. So I'm maxed out all the chests. So all the rewards are good. Took a while I was wondering if I was ever going to get, I was wondering if it was going to actually end, if ever, and it did. So 28, so 28, 27. I assume they'll introduce the new floor 29 sometime pretty soon, would be my assumption. Right now, they basically just do 2810 over and over and over again. Will be what you do for your rewards until they get a new, until they get a new level. But it looks like it does end at 28. So it was nice. That's a way to get, it's a way to get it's a way to get your hands on some of those hard to get items that you might leave, namely these right here, the breaking stones. You can get a good hunk of breaking stones as you clear these out, and you get in the main chest that you get when this event ends, you'll get another level set. And those are needed for your SP soul bone to do the inheritance on that, raise it up. I think it's spiritualization is what it's called. So that's one of the primary sources for you can get some inside the shop, but it's only I think it's a monthly offer, and it's not enough. Up where I'm at, I'm up and around. I think it's like 400 and some to do it. The next spiritualization level. There it is, the SP Soul Beast. I think it is, yeah, right here. I'm going up to 8, and it's 476 to do the next spiritualization. These are easy. This maxes out with that potion that you can buy. You can get this fairly easy. This is what holds you up right here. You can only get a certain amount of these. Enough to make it, so it takes a little bit of time to gather all the ones that you need, but what you do, it's a pretty good buff, so it's definitely something to work for. Alright, so that's it. So I just want to let you know that make sure you don't neglect the treasure hunt, and make sure that you do purchase everything for this double wing purple light wing, the SP extended bone set. Yeah, I know it's not enough to make one, but hopefully they'll have another event here soon where we actually can get somewhere from a free-to-play perspective and build a set. But even if we can build it, you're not going to be able to upgrade it. So, but it's probably, even at its base, it's probably going to give you better stats than some of the SS pluses. So you just have to wait and see. I mean, especially if you're just starting out. It'd be a really big buff if you could stick it on some of the lower level characters. Remember, you can take it off. It's not something you stick it on the character; it doesn't get locked. You can move anything around in this game, which is what I do all the time. Okay, so I'm in no rush to move things around, but there's no cost to do it. So that's what I'm doing. I'll build up stuff on some of the lower level characters, and then once it's built up, I stick it on main character. So that I can, because while you're building it up, it's not as powerful as something else that you might have. So I'll wait until it surpasses what's on that character, then I move it over. You always want to maximize that. Easiest way to check is just check the BP. If you get a BP increase, then yeah, it's better. If you don't, then you might want to wait a little bit longer, and you can stick it back where it was. You can move it as many times as you want and put it on as characters you want. Also understand that as this is the only set, it changes based on a character. So you're going to get different stats. If you take it off of an attacker and put it on a defense, you're going to get different. It's going to give you a different buff. You might not get as much BP. So if you put it on an attacker, you might want to put it on another attacker to see if it's stronger. And then if the BP on that character increases, then you know that it is. So understand that putting it on, going from attacker to a defender or attacker to a supporter, you might see a different increase in the BP. It still might be stronger, but the skills change. So you're gonna see a different effect. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, that's all I got. I just want to go ahead and give you a quick look on that. As soon as they come out with the new events, we'll go ahead and take a look at those, the new character. And also, hopefully, we'll see the new events here. Whenever it does, I'll pop up with another video. Okay? So again, thanks a lot for watching. It's Kenrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.